Welcome back. This is the second video in our Stock Volatility Box onboarding series. And in today's video, we're focusing on the Today page. The way I've always seen it, the hard part of trading isn't finding a setup, it's knowing if today is a day worth trading in the first place. And if so, should you be long, should you be short, or should you be looking at both directions? The Today page is built to answer that question first, and it's the page I open before anything else every single morning. Let me walk you through the entire page and tell you what I'm looking at in each section so you know how to read the markets in the exact same manner. Now at the very top, you'll find the market snapshot. This is the entire market, the whole market summarized in one sentence. If we take a look at what it reads today, we'll see it says SPY is in this accumulation market stage. It's day 5 and SPY has stalled and is neutral. So the model has the broad market building a base we're 5 days in, but momentum is flat. Now under it, you'll find 3 numbers, and I read these 3 numbers every single morning. They give you some missing clues. The first number is the market breadth. You'll see today we're 26% green, so only about a quarter of the names are participating. The second number is the range. You'll see today's range is 0.8x versus the typical, so we're moving narrower than a normal day. And finally, the third number, or rather information, is the sector that's leading the day's move. And today you'll see that's technology down 2.63%. So if you summarize what we get for these 3 numbers for today, we have a thin market breadth, we have a tight range, and we have a red sector leader. Very clearly, that's a quiet defensive tape, and you should be sizing accordingly. Below that, you'll find the 4 index markets. This includes SPY, QQQ, DIA, and IWM, and each one will be tagged with its market stage and how many days it's held that market stage. If we take a look at what we're seeing today, the big index markets are still in a market stage of accumulation while the small caps in the Dow have pushed into acceleration. When they line up, you lean into that direction. And when they split up like this, you trade a little bit smaller and more selectively. That disagreement in itself is the information. And you combine that with that first piece of information with a defensive thin market tape, that gives you a bigger picture that you can use to figure out which setups you want to focus on. Next, you'll find the sectors that are moving, and these are sorted by today's change. This in itself is sector rotation at a glance, where money came in and where money is currently leaving. If you take a look at today's information, you'll see that financials are out front and technology is at the very back. Now, the section I'd point you to first is this where to focus section. The model sorts all 11 sectors into 4 different groups. Leading is fresh strength, and if you were looking for longs, this is where you would find the best long setups. Established is a trend that's already working, so you buy pullbacks instead of chasing here. Weakening is fresh market deterioration, and for those of you that are long and short side traders, this is a really nice place to find short side setups. And finally, you have deceleration. This is a downtrend that's still intact, and you sell rallies whenever you have them. The point is, it keeps you, this entire section, it keeps you from buying something strong inside of a group that's quietly breaking down, or vice versa. You focus on the longs in this leading or positive sector, and the shorts in the sectors that are weakening. Now at the bottom of the read are the top setups for today, and this is the model shortlist, the 10 names it has the most conviction in. Today that's 4 long and 6 short, which itself tells you something about the tape. Each row gives you the pattern, the time frame, and the numbers behind it. And to be clear, these are all of our backtest results, which are available inside of the platform. Broadcom here, ticker symbol AVGO, is a daily trend reversal that's worked 82% of the time across 11 trades. Has a positive return, plus 1.59R, and if you were to click on Broadcom, it would open up the charts where you'd then be able to see how the models are performing inside of Broadcom today. If you keep scrolling, you'll then reach the 10-day breadth information. Each grid here is one trading day. Green is trending up, red is chopping or trending down. And this honestly is context for everything above. This is, to me, a very key piece of market internal information. The market breadth gives you clues that even the VIX can't give you. And if you focus on using the market breadth and using clues whenever you see the breadth changing, you'll find that you're able to stay ahead of the markets much more frequently and much more consistently. Next is on your watch list. And this is the model's read on the names that you like to trade. It's a quick, easy to view glance to see what are the markets doing in maybe some of the key names or holdings that you might have in your portfolio. For every symbol, it gives you the direction, the phase in which model it's running, daily or hourly, aggressive or conservative, and the actual levels. On the right, it shows you that exact setup and how it's performed historically, especially if it's triggering today. This starts to become useful information. Finally, at the very bottom here, you'll find the close today. And this is every model trade that closed during the session, hit its target or stop with the prices. I don't trade off of it, but if you do scroll it, it starts to give you some useful information, especially if your eyes can read tape and find sectors or symbols in a grouping of sector that might be triggering today. So that's the today page from top to bottom. Notice the order. We start with the market regime, then we have the direction, then we have your side and sectors, and then we come down to individual names. This is the funnel that we look at when we approach the markets every single morning, starting with the broad market overview and then focusing to exact places where we want to take advantage of the volatility. In our next video, we'll take one of these names to the charts page and read how the models have actually projected the ranges on them. I'll see you in the next video.